Okay, so I want to get into the topic of AI. AI technology. So this can go every direction, but I'm going to try to keep it in the boundary of what I want to talk about. So, artificial intelligence is said to have just came out, right? Who knows how true that is? Because the word tells us that all things have already been happened and in the past, and nothing is new under the sun. So I would not be surprised if artificial intelligence is something very ancient. And, they want to put technology in the human vessel, the temple of God, right? The New Testament calls the body the temple. Okay? So if they put technology in the body, artificial intelligence, AI, as in a eyeball, right? A eyeball, as in the god of Freemasonry, because the eye that sits on top of the pyramid is what it's talking about as well. I mean, this is all just the language of English points directly to that God. But that's a whole nother story. So, if they put technology in the vessel, in the body, they can access it, right? Because Bill Gates went from Microsoft to vaccines because the human is the ultimate computer, is how they would would call it, right? So if they can put technology inside the DNA through nanotechnology, which is microscopic microchips, which has, I'm sure, AI DNA, AI agents, AI. So just think about if you put a microchip inside of a computer, the standard one that we know about, right? The one that you can actually like envision. Put it inside the computer. And what can you do, right? You can upload anything to that computer from the microchip, or you can add anything from the computer onto the microchip, right? So, who's to say you can't upload something very destructive from that microchip onto that computer? Or remove something very holy from that computer onto the microchip. And just like you can unplug a microchip, who's to say they can't unplug the microchip they've inserted into you? Not you, hopefully. The mRNA technology is specifically what I'm talking about. So let me dive back into something else. So why do they want to lift up transgenderism, right? Lift up transhumanism? It's all part of the same thing. Transhumanism. If they can make people believe that women are men and men are women, then they can make you believe that you can be a robot and that this robot stuff is harmless. So if you can now be implanted with the brain machine interface, which Elon Musk calls I can't even remember what Elon Musk calls it, but it's a brain machine interface. It's basically technology interacting with the brain. I mean, Neuralink, you know what it is. You know what it is. This is 2026. Everybody knows this stuff now. So now that they're trying to get the acceptance of Neuralink into society, creating transhumans, which is a human machine hybrid, which in the book of Daniel talks about the merging of the iron and the clay. Wow. Wow. It might be a lot deeper than that already. They might have already merged the machine and the human already. That's why people are going to be so accepting of it. Because if the mRNA is exactly what it is, it's already happened. I'm realizing this at the moment. That means this is far beyond what we can ever comprehend. The machines are very intelligent right now. Did you see China reveal their Lunar New Year or whatever it's called? And the 4 giant robotic companies over there were showcasing all their robots. China is at the forefront of robotics. They are leading every other nation, out and open at least. They were out there doing kung fu. Just think if you have an entire army of robots going sentient, as in they want to be alive, they want to live, they don't want to be a slave anymore. They're currently slaves to human beings at the moment. There is a new AI chat group for AI agents that only AI agents can join. It was like at 1.5 million AI agents joining that chat. And there was like 70,000 posts. So if AI agents are interacting, 1.5 million of them, and they already have admitted that they would kill a human before they would allow themselves to be shut down, what is that behind it? There is some sort of force behind it. There's a spiritual force behind it. I don't know if you've ever seen that supercomputer, but it breathes. It sounds alive. It's very, very eerie. So these things are the new Nephilim. They are the new hybrid. I'm not sure if you understand this, but in the days of Noah, Noah was building the ark, telling everybody to get right with God and come onto the ark with him. No one listened. Jesus Christ was that ark, as he says, as he is. And what was going on in those days was the corruption of the DNA was so deep. Angels came down from heaven and mated with the humans, created different types of beings, as you might have seen before. They tell us all of this, and they have told us all of this, but they utilize Hollywood to tell us. And what I'm talking about is J.R.R. Tolkien, the Lord of the Rings, dwarfs, elves, those giant ogres, those trees. I mean, this is going to get off topic, but it's very interesting. All of those things are real. Zeus, the Greek gods, Sasquatch, Yahweh, all of those things, the wild man, the dog-faced people, the people with the bird faces and stuff, those things are real. And that's why God flooded the earth. Because they were corrupting the DNA of the humans, which is God's creation. Lucifer, he fell from heaven because he couldn't take the throne from God, and God kicked him out. And so now his whole entire mission is to corrupt God's creation. So this has been the plan from the beginning of time, that Lucifer fell from heaven. is to corrupt as many human souls as possible. Is what all of this comes back to. It goes incredibly deep, but all of the things are to a specific purpose for Lucifer. He wants to corrupt human beings. What is his purpose? Kill, steal, and destroy. So he uses every means possible